in the wrist. Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
Mike 56. I'm here all day. I'm here. Wide.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there right off the bat. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
SOS. Check 13. Check 13.
65.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a handoff working right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
First down, Washington.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 56. Let's go, B. Big series right. Switch gears.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. These two teams all tied after one. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, here we go. Black! 180!
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
13!
Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go. 80! Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Right there, 56. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Michael Roberts, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And
it's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Haskins able to connect there with Richardson. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And bulldozing his way through. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And
the Niners get there and bring him down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Kill.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Redskins.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Switch. Shoot. Boom. 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover. Mike 56.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel their
touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball put on him, 2 points for them.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down, 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Joker.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go.
Get ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Double time. Alert.
Hey, gun.
Watch 10. Come on. Watch 10.
Hey, check right. Watch it, you
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Down to lose one. Mike, 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
And the Redskin 1st down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
He's coming to double up. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now it's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
56, right there, 56. Crunch time, defense.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction. That leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They will run again with Coleman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Coleman on the draw. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
here we go.
he looked like one of those guys.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And it's the Giants that wound up winning that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Redskins, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.